Hello everybody and welcome back to my video walkthrough for Nancy Drew, Tomb of the Lost Queen. I think I've finished talking to everybody, so now we can continue with solving puzzles and doing interesting things.
Yes?
Do thefts happen often on sites like this?
On most sites, yes. On my sites, no one steals. 20 years and not a single theft.
Is there a market for stolen artifacts?
Yes, a booming market. A musician has his picture taken standing next to a sarcophagus, and the black market comes pounding on my door, begging me for supply.
What do you do?
I send them away. Of course I send them away. I'm surprised you lack the tact to even ask.
Well, I'm a curious person. I find that tact often gets in the way of truly getting to know someone.
You remind me of my ex-wife. I divorced her for being tactless.
That's not exactly a nice thing to say.
I'm a complex person. I find that niceties often get in the way of me truly expressing myself.
Could this curse be someone trying to cause a distraction so he could rob the place?
Could be.
Wouldn't it be easy to get caught selling one-of-a-kind artifacts?
You think thieves are smart? They're not. If they were, they steal big. Steal small, you are a crook. Steal big, you are an explorer or a pharaoh.
I'd better get going.
Goodbye.
Okay, so it's starting to look like somebody on this site is stealing things and then selling them to the black market. And let me see, this is a brand new area. Everybody, this is the cat tomb.
I need to find a way to light this lamp.
Oil and a lighter.
I need to find a way to light this entire room.
Okay, this is a pretty simple puzzle. It's the same on Amateur Sleuth mode and Master Sleuth mode. You can put mirrors here. And you want to rotate them like this. Pretty simple, right? Okay, so this is the cat tomb.
It looks like some birds are missing.
It looks like we're going to need a third golden bird tile in order to solve this puzzle. Let me see, is there anything I can translate?
I bet I could translate that.
Awesome. I think there might be something else for me to translate. Very interesting. I'm not reading the translations, but they're interesting, and it looks like we have some toys for the kitty. And in the center of the room, we have this thing. There's the cat. Here's his necklace. That's me stealing the necklace, which belongs to the cat, which is not a very nice thing to do. And we have a puzzle. A puzzle. Oh my goodness. I don't remember, what this one is. I'm just going to have to figure it out myself. So this is the word the. We've seen this a couple of times. And I think this is, how's that? Let me see, can you guys... maybe as? Because that would make this shall. Okay, as light. You can type the answer on your keyboard if you don't feel like, doing what I'm doing here, and I'm clicking. If you have a keyboard, you can type the answers. As light as the feather of Ma'at. In the Hall of Two Truths. They shall be found, open, judged. Here we go.
A threshold to a hidden area, perhaps?
Okay, so we have a clue for this puzzle right over here. It's basically
I need
saying...
to find the one that weighs less.
You need to find the one which weighs less. And I think I just got an Easter egg. Ooh, shiny! Very nice. This puzzle is different on Master Sleuth mode and Amateur Sleuth mode. So let's start off with Amateur Sleuth mode because that's easier.
I need to find the one that weighs less.
I need to find the one that weighs less, and as you can see we have 9 mice. Which means we can easily split them up into 3 groups of 3. Just like this. We have a group of 3 here, group of 3 there, and group of 3 there. So let's weigh them. Alright, so the group of 3 with the lighter mouse is this one. This group of 3. So let's clear the scales. And let's weigh 1 mouse against 1 mouse from that group of 3. Okay, looks like the mouse on the left is the lighter one. If the scales were equal, then it would have been the one which wasn't weighed.
I need to find the one that weighs less.
Let me just weigh them one more time just to give you an idea of how to solve this puzzle. You weigh 3 against 3. And this tells you which group of 3 has the lighter mouse. Okay, this time it's this group of 3. So now that I've narrowed it down to 3, I just weigh 1 against 1. And that way I can narrow it down to 1. Okay, so that's how you solve the puzzle on Amateur Sleuth mode. Now let's do Master Sleuth mode, where we have 13 mice. Okay, that doesn't easily divide into 3 groups of 3, but it does easily divide into 2 groups of 5 and 1 group of 3. Obviously, or not so obviously, you want to have odd numbers when you're doing this weighing puzzle. So, group of 5 here, group of 5 there, and a group of 3. Okay, so these 5 mice weigh the same as these 5 mice, so the lighter mouse is in the group of 3. Now we just need to clear those scales. So we've narrowed it down to 3, which means, just like in Amateur Sleuth mode, we can narrow it down to 1 just by weighing 1 against 1. Oh, it's this one, because those 2 are equal, so it's this one, the 3rd one of the group of 3. Let's solve that one more time on Master Sleuth mode. We're going to weigh 5 against 5. I suppose you could do it with 4 against 4, but yeah, let's just go with 5 against 5. Okay, we're weighing 5 against 5. And they're equal again? Oh, no, 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 no. Is this the reset button? Yeah, that's the reset button. The puzzle is randomly determined, so every time it's going to be a different mouse, which is the lighter mouse. Okay, so this time the lighter mouse is in this group of 5. Excellent. We've narrowed it down to 5, which means we can narrow it down even more by weighing 2 against 2 from this group of 5. We weigh 2 against 2, the 2 sides are equal, so it's this mouse here, the one which wasn't weighed. Let me solve this one more time. I'm not getting a solution I want. I want to do a solution where I have to weigh them at least 3 times, right? So I can show you everything. Or at least show you the most complex possible solution, which is the one where you have to weigh them 3 times. 5 against 5. Hope you figured that out by now. 5 against 5. This one on the left is lighter, which means the lighter mouse is in that group. So I've narrowed it down to 5, which means I can weigh 2 against 2. This one is lighter. Great. So I've narrowed it down to 2, which means I can weigh 1 against 1. Good, good, good. Okay, that's your solution? That's your solution. That's how you solve that puzzle.
Mescanet. It must be the cat's name.
And you know what? I love cats, so I'm taking a picture of this. And also we have some diary entries. Or journal entries, right? Journals from the previous expedition. You've heard about this, right? There was an expedition, QV66 or something like that, and they all died. These are journal entries from that expedition. That failed expedition. Alrighty, so now let's go talk to Jamila.
Hi, Nancy.
Hey, how's it going?
How well do you know Lily?
I like Lily. She's not a friend to the cause, but I can look past that.
Friend to the cause?
You know, rolling out the red carpet for our celestial others.
Oh, that.
I've been trying to teach her about the true purpose of the hidden tombs, but she's not receptive.
Earlier, you said true purpose of the tombs. What did you mean?
I like how Nancy says, earlier you said the true purpose of the tombs, and by earlier she means in the previous sentence you just said. 5 seconds ago you said the true purpose of the tombs.
The Anunnaki had much to teach us. Too much. They hid the secrets on Earth. And when we master all these lessons, they will return to the temples and they will take the most enlightened among us with them.
What will happen to everyone else?
But for those who do not pass the test, there will be war and famine. The Earth's rage will overcome them and they will fall. The blue light of the Earth will go dim in the night sky.
That is bleak.
I know, right? That is why I tried to get Lily to embrace the Anunnaki. She does not care.
Jamila is a strange one. That is bleak. I know, right? That's totally bleak, man! Yeah! She's really excited about this bleak future.
Everyone here seems to be hiding something.
Like your boy Dylan. Why do you think he was here?
This is an exciting sight. Who wouldn't want to be here?
Please. The same could be said of anywhere. Dylan has been lying to you.
I'm usually pretty good at knowing when someone is telling the truth.
I thought the same thing, but I was wrong too. Dylan knew that Abdullah was an active member of the antiquities black market. He wanted in.
That doesn't make sense.
It does. The reason you couldn't tell he was lying is because he just wasn't telling you the whole truth. He did come here to become a more competitive tour guide, just not in the obvious way. If he could provide tourists with one-of-a-kind antiquities, his business would triple overnight.
My goodness.
I can't believe he'd do that.
Never trust the cute ones. They know what they can get away with.
I'll catch you later.
Goodbye.
Okay, so Jamila has accused Abdullah and Dylan of being members of the black market. Let's confront Abdullah with his information.
Yes?
Or let's not.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Maybe we're supposed to confront Dylan with this information. Dylan?
Hey, Nancy.
Okay, never mind.
I'd better get going.
Bye.
We found out this information and we can't confront anybody about it. Maybe we can tell Professor Jon about it.
Hi, Nancy.
What do you know about cats in ancient Egypt?
Did you find something with a lot of cats?
Yes, it's some sort of cat tomb. Did we come all the way out here for a cat mummy?
No, Nancy, this is fantastic news. Don't get too excited, but this might be just the thing we're looking for. Cats were sacred to the ancient Egyptians. From Bastet and Sekhmet to the average house cat, they were absolutely revered. If you found Nefertari's cat, she must be here.
All right.
See ya.
Talk to you later.